Hi, boys and girls. I am Mrs. Duncan. I am the reading specialist at Barack Obama Elementary, and you are with me this week to learn about author's purpose. So as I get ready to share my screen, I want you to think about what you might have already learned about author's purpose, either this year or last year. So this is author's purpose. Our learning target that we will be exploring all week states, I can explain an author's purpose for writing a text. So by the end of this week, we want to be able to explain, after we've read a text, why exactly the author wrote it. So what is author's purpose? An author is someone who writes. A purpose is a reason for doing something. Your purpose or your reason for watching this video is to learn about author's purpose. So author's purpose is the reason why someone writes a text. So why do we study author's purpose? Well, knowing why an author wrote a text can help us understand the text better. And that's the whole point of reading, is we want to understand what we are reading. So if we know why an author wrote a text, it helps us know what the author wants us to get from the text. What did the author want me to understand when I was finished reading his or her text? So there are 4 categories we are going to be discussing this week. Why do authors write? They write to persuade or to convince the reader to do something. They write to inform. They write to entertain, or they might be writing to explain. So let's delve into those a little farther. What does it mean to persuade? Well, a synonym for persuade is convince. So synonyms, words that mean the same, persuade and convince. So persuade means to convince you of something or to get you to think a certain way. I might try to get you to think that summer is the best season. Or I might try to convince you to go see the movie that I want to see instead of seeing the movie that you want to see. I might try to persuade you that mine is the better choice. And oftentimes when people write to persuade, they're giving their opinions, what they think or feel about a topic. What does it mean to inform? Exactly what it sounds like. That means they're giving you information. The text was written to teach or to help you learn, or maybe to describe something. It will state facts, which is information that is true for everyone and can be proven. So if it was written to inform, it's going to include a lot of facts. Entertain. When we talk about entertain, we're talking about fiction. So this, or usually fiction, and this is just writing for fun, to tell a good story. We say to amuse or to make someone laugh. And then authors might write to explain. They're telling you about something. They're telling how a process works. They might be telling you the steps going in sequential order from first to last. Can there be more than one purpose? Yes, an author may have more than one purpose for writing. So they might try to entertain you while also trying to give you information. Or sections of a text may have different purposes. So if you're reading a science book, the information under one heading may have a different purpose than the information under another heading. So let's practice. We are going to read a passage called Can Cows Change the Climate? And this comes from Scholastic News magazine. So can cows change the climate? Experts say that getting cows to bark less could help protect the earth. So we are going to read this and figure out the author's purpose. Why did the author write this? So listen as I read, or this is on your learning path. You can print it off. Think you burp a lot? Move over. It turns out that cows burp dozens of times a day. In fact, they belch out so much gas that scientists say they are affecting Earth's climate. There's a vocab word. Climate is the usual weather in a place over time. But scientists have good news. They're finding ways to make cows less gassy and protect the planet. So here's our first heading, warming Earth. Earth's climate changes naturally over time, but lately temperatures have been rising faster than ever. Scientists say that human activities are mostly to blame. How? We burn fossil fuels like oil, coal, and gasoline to power our cars, homes, and factories. And here we see fossil fuels are formed from the remains of prehistoric plants and animals, so they are naturally occurring. Burning these fuels sends invisible gases like carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Experts call these gases greenhouse gases. They trap heat from the sun and cause Earth to warm up. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the burning of fossil fuels is responsible for most of the greenhouse gases the U.S. produces. But cows are a part of the problem too. So now we're under our heading, got gas. Cows are gassy because of the way they digest food. They dine on grass and other plants. Inside their stomachs are tiny living things called microbes. Microbes break plants down into parts that cows need for energy. As the microbes work, they create gases. The main one they make is a powerful greenhouse gas called methane. It builds up in a cow's stomach until it comes out, mostly in burps. U.S. farmers raise about 94 million cows for meat and milk. Their gas adds up. The EPA says that cows, sheep, and other livestock cause nearly 4% of the greenhouse gases made in the U.S. In other parts of the world, these animals cause more of the total. Last heading, belch battle. Experts are working hard to tackle this problem. Some are developing a shot that will help cows digest food without making so much gas. And an inventor in Argentina is making a mask that farmers could put on cows. It would break methane down into safer substances. At the University of California, scientists have another idea. They are experimenting with adding ingredients to cows' food. Their studies show that adding seaweed or oils from certain plants to food makes a cow much less gassy. We are seeing some success stories, says scientist Frank Bithloner. Cows might only be responsible for a fraction of greenhouse gases, but every little bit we can cut helps. So, why did the author write this passage? Was it to persuade, inform, entertain, or explain? So I'm looking through here, and this was all about cows being gassy and how scientists are trying to make them less gassy so that it'll be better for the environment. So I would say, I'm looking around, I see facts. I see U.S. farmers raise about 94 million cows for meat and milk. It says that cows, sheep, and other livestock cause nearly 4% of the greenhouse gases made in the U.S. So I didn't know most of this information in the article. I am learning something. I am seeing a lot of facts. So I would say that our purpose is to inform. This article is telling me about an important topic that affects our environment. Let's look at a couple other pieces of this article. Here I have, what is the greenhouse effect? Now I will zoom in. And I see a diagram and a list of steps. So think back to what we said that would be. Number one, energy from the sun provides Earth with light and heat. 2, clouds and Earth's surface reflect some energy back towards space. 3, greenhouse gases trap some of that reflected energy in the atmosphere, warming the planet farther. 4, people burn fossil fuels to power homes, cars, and businesses. That releases more greenhouse gases into the air. Cows release gases too. And number 5, more heat is trapped in the atmosphere, causing temperatures on Earth to rise. So here, it's explaining to me how the Earth is heating up, how greenhouse gases cause the Earth to heat up. So this was written to explain. So up here, it was giving me information about the greenhouse gases affecting the environment. Down here, it was explaining to me how exactly that works. Let's look at one more part of this article. Here is another graphic. Gas passers. How do humans compare with cows when it comes to producing gas? So here it has a person, it says 3 pints. A person produces about 3 pints of gas a day. Very little of it is methane. Here it's got a cow with 600 pints. Some cows produce 600 pints of gas in a day. It's mostly methane. Those are both facts. Scientists have proven that information. So this must be written to inform. Was it giving me the same information that was in the article? No. This article was written to inform or give information about cows and how greenhouse gases affect the environment, and scientists are trying to fix that. This here was written to give me information about how cows compare to people in the amount of gas they produce each day. So these were both written to inform, but they had different specific purposes. This was about cows releasing greenhouse gases and scientists trying to fix it. This was written to give information comparing people and cows. So let's go back to our presentation. So let's review. We read the article, Can Cows Help Save Our Planet? And the purpose is to tell about how scientists are trying to make cows less gassy to cut down on the greenhouse gases. And that was written to inform. Gas passers was written to compare gas passed by humans to gas passed by cows. Again, it was written to inform. And what is the greenhouse effect? The purpose was to explain how greenhouse gases cause the climate to get warmer. And that is the category of explain. So that now it is your turn. As you read, think about the author's purpose for writing the text. Can you find a text in your house that fits each purpose? Persuade, inform, entertain, or explain. And also choose one of the activities on the choice board to complete. And there are many choices, so you can choose one each day this week. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I have enjoyed working with you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.